right, so I'm what we call the first vice president. So we obviously have a president. Happens to be Lynn, so I'm her right-hand man. Essentially, I'm being mentored by Lynn to eventually become the president. The Legion is a very, very old veterans group. It was started by the veterans after the First World War. Because unfortunately, throughout time, veterans would come back from battle, from wars, and they would need help, and it wasn't always there. So these groups formed to help their comrades. 1927, I believe it was, the Legion formed as one group, and basically to advocate for veterans, to assist veterans and their families, and also to assist the communities that they're in. I've always been involved in youth because they believe that if you develop good youth, they become good adults and continue to assist the community. At one time it was basically men only and veterans, but the world's demographics, the country's demographics have changed. The World War II veterans, we had about 1.1 million people that were active in the military during World War II, and that is definitely under 100,000. So we've had to open up the Legion to. We started with the families, siblings, that type of thing, and now the Legion is open up to anybody and everybody. You have to change with the times, and again, our mission, one of our missions, is to assist veterans. A lot of veterans since World War II don't consider themselves veterans, but the veteran is anybody that put on the uniform for the country. So even during peacetime, there are soldiers that have suffered. We've lost about, I believe it's 127 peacekeepers. We always say, we should keep the peacekeeping, but peacekeeping does come with a cost. Then we had soldiers in the Balkans. We've had them in Africa, and most notably in Afghanistan. And there are a lot of physical and mental injuries, and there's still a need out there to take care of these men and women. So that's why the Legion continues to be important.
How is COVID affecting the Legion right now?
As a whole, it's been very, very difficult. We have a fairly large membership, just over 500 people, and we've been very, very fortunate in the past with support from the public, whether it's through our Poppy campaign, and we do have community partners that help us out. With work within the Legion, Catch the Ace and events like that, we were able to build up a large amount of money so all our lottery money, we put back into the community, or we put it into programs like service dogs, track and field, different programs like that. Leave the Streets Behind for homeless veterans. So that's where that money. So we've been lucky because we've built up those funds. Right now, it's hard to maintain. It's a big building. There's a lot of upkeep, utilities. There's things that we have to pay for to change and pivot with the times and come up with ways of continuing to make money. Not only to run the building, but also so we can provide money back into the community, because there's a lot of other charities and organizations that are having difficult times, and we'd like to help them out as well. Okay, so we pay for this through running functions here, having people come in for a refreshment, dues, our LA, Our Ladies Auxiliary. They've taken a real hit because things have stopped, right? Weddings, and, especially now, this would be another busy time for us with Christmas coming up, Christmas parties. Our LA, Our Ladies, they contribute a lot of money to help keep the Legion running, and they've just not been able to do that this year. So then the money from the poppies, that money goes to help the veterans and their families. We'd like to get back to normal as quickly as possible, but it just has to be a lot of thought on how you do it to make sure that everybody remains healthy and safe. Well, We're still here. Please donate to the Poppy campaign because that's very important to help our veterans. Just come and check us out. Not a lot going on right now, but anybody could come. You don't you don't need a membership to come here. You can just stop in, play some darts, play some cards with your friends, have a beverage. Come for trivia. It's a great group of people. Really, they're all here for a good cause. We would love to see young people in here. It's unfortunate that the veterans, we're losing our World War II veterans and our Korea War veterans. They're great people. They've got great stories. We're losing them, and let's not miss out on the next group of veterans. People that were during the Cold War. There's soldiers that were, Afghanistan and other. They're just very interesting, very great people that have done great things for the country. Great to see young people come and say hi and get to know them, but also get involved in the Legion because it's a great group of people. It's a great cause, and I'm a firm believer. I try to instill this in my son. Regardless of where you are in your life, you need to be part of something that's bigger than you. It just helps give your life some meaning.